So, I did a little quick reel on Instagram. And now I did say I was going to go live, but I'm not going to do it on Instagram. I'm going to do it right here on Facebook. So, topic is nature's talking. What's it saying? Can you hear it? You probably can't because you're not out in it like I am. But I'm in it. Yes, I am. I'm trying to adjust the camera because I don't want it to tip over. And as you can tell, I'm way out in nature. So my plan was I got my drum pad, see? My plan is to practice a little sticky. Because obviously I can't bring my drum set out here. And I haven't been wanting to disturb my neighbors with the noise. Well, they claim they can't hear me, but you know, drum sets make a lot of noise, especially the cymbals. So afraid I'm gonna lose these. So nature's talking. What do you think? She or he? I just say it's. It's trying to say what's going on. I know there's some storms coming, so that's probably what it is. If you're in tune with nature like I am, the trees start talking and they start saying things. And they start telling you, pending danger, pending danger. And not too far from here in the Berkshire, Springfield area, some other, surrounding areas, there was tornado warnings. Can you believe that? And I got up this morning and my phone told me it was 85 degrees. And that was early this morning, like around 9. So I dressed like this thinking, okay, well, I'm going outside. I got to go take care of Mom, take her to an appointment, and I'm hot. I'm gonna be outside for a little while, driving. I just want to be comfortable, right? So I put on summer clothes, go outside, and it was like gloomy and cold. I had to put on my coat. It's a good thing the coat was on. That was the first clue that told me that the weather was, some weird thing was coming. I mean, it's been doing that for the last couple of days anyway. You know that. There's a disturbance in the cosmos. Could have been the Lion's Gate opening up, which happened yesterday. It's a cosmic alignment, a cosmic disturbance in a kind of a way, because it's something that hasn't happened in a long time. So that could be it. I know that it made me feel kind of miserable yesterday. And everything that I watched mentioned that cosmic people like me, angelic people, and higher vibrational frequency people. And I'm not saying that you all are not the right frequency, but if you're not, you're not. You'll probably leave some nasty comments here, which I will block because I'm not into that. If you ain't leaving nothing constructive, there's no sense in even mentioning nothing. Matter of fact, let me tell you about the story about, I did tell you this story the other day about someone commenting on whether you can crochet locks. Well, obviously, this person didn't know, or it's just a bunch of idiots, because I follow a loctician, and I've been around many locticians, and I learned how to do my own locks myself. So recently, off of that same comment about I would be crocheting dead hair on dead hair. How can I be crocheting dead hair on dead hair if my hair is still attached? You just have weak spots, right? And if you have a weak spot, you have to tighten it. And there's a way to do it, and I've learned how to do it by this loctician named Chris McDread. And it was on, he had posted a video about somebody's hair who was thinning on the top, and everybody's commenting on how come his hair is like that, his locks are like that. And all I said was that was a quick fix. Crochet it, because that's what I would think, that's what I would do. And Chris McDread didn't comment on it. He just said that there was obviously a weakness there, and he just wanted people to communicate. So because I said that, somebody said, yeah, I was wondering about that. I think I'm going to do that to mine. And I said, yeah, that's the right thing to do, because it can't hurt it. If it's not going to work out, your hair's going to just get thinner and just fall off. Right? Because that's a warning sign to tell you something pending inside your body. You're not doing something right, or your health isn't right. Because sometimes people don't know the right thing. Like, you got to drink a lot of water. You got to eat a lot of fruits. You gotta take care of yourself. You got to stop taking certain medications if you want your hair to be healthy. I'm not an expert on it, but I'm an expert on my hair for the length of time I've had it, and I've had it since '95. And I had someone help me lock it up, and then I did the rest myself. So I know this is deviating from Mother Nature, but it's really not, because my locks are just like a tree. And just like a tree, there are limbs that have problems, and you either got to take it off, or you got to thin it out, or you got to trim it, or you got to groom it. There's there's always something you got to do with your tree, just like the trees right around me, right? They come here and maintain these trees, and I learned a lot from Chris McDread. So anyway, going back to the comment, all of a sudden I start getting these nasty, disgusting comments from people who appear to me like they know nothing about locks, but they wanted to say, oh, you have mats, you don't have locks, you don't have dreads, you have mats. What are you judging me because my hair is not kinky, or whatever is you're thinking? They didn't say that, but you're implying that my hair can't lock up, but my hair is locking up. I just started a new one right back here, see it? And I started by simply going back and forth like this and crocheting it when it got long enough. So to you, whoever you are, and then they were swearing on there. I'm like, why is Chris not seeing this? But he will eventually. He goes through everything. He eventually will see. So maybe this felt like it's a waste of time talking to people like that. They're like trolls, you know what I mean? And I ain't into trolls. And the minute they start doing that to me, I'm gonna. I'm all about positivity and good things. And talking about my tree here is like talking about Mother Nature, you know. What would my tree be saying to me if it started thinning, or which it did at one point, because I was going through a health issue and stress. A lot of stress can cause problems with weakness too. But when Mother Nature is talking, because our bodies are like a planet, you know, if your body is not well or it needs something and you're not giving it to it, or you're consuming things that you shouldn't consume into your body temples, your hair and other parts of your body, your organs are going to be affected. And that's Mother Nature talking. There's no way around that. That's the way it is. So when I'm out here in nature, because nature is important to me, it tells me a lot of things. I listen. I listen to those trees when they're talking. If there's a storm coming, I'm going to know there's a storm coming, because they're going to tell me there's a storm coming and warn me. Usually not soon enough, but I know rain is coming. Right now, I can tell you a big storm is coming. I don't have to look at the weather report. I haven't looked at it other than what I told you about earlier this morning when I got up and it said it was 85 degrees and it wasn't. It was cold. When I got to wherever I was taking my mom for her appointment, we were there for a good couple of hours, and when we came out, it was 85 degrees and the sun was like burning us up. And I said, rain is coming. When it does this, it's coming. And there's a silence in the air before the trees start talking about it. And the birds. There was a flock of those little birds that, I forget what the name of them are. Those little brown birds. There was a flock of them just in the street. There was nothing dead in the street for them to be there. They were just there. And when birds are flocking together like that, they're usually hearing Mother Nature, and they're scurrying around to try to get their food source before they go and hide in the trees. Because once it rains, they can't come and fly around. They got to stay up there until the rain stops. They got babies. So they're scurrying around like a flock. I thought I was going to run them over for a second. They just were not budging from the street. I said, that's a sign. I didn't know that there was all this bad weather coming. I hadn't had a chance to check it. And then I got a text from my sister saying out in Western Mass, Berkshires, Springfield, that there was impending tornado warnings. What? Why? Hurricane I can get, that I totally get. But hurricane in Massachusetts? I just haven't seen it. So anyway, they're preparing for it because they've already been told they have to get ready in case they have to evacuate their house. Luckily, I don't have to go through that. I just got to watch out for the rain. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go home. I'm not going to come out. I started to go home and it just kept raining, right? Drizzling rain, and then these little bursts of rain. And then I got to my street and there was no place to park. And I said, well, I got my bike on the back of my car. I have to park in front of my house if it's going to rain. So I said, I'm not going to go home. I'm going to the park. If it rains, it rains. I can't bring my drum out here. I did that yesterday. And it rained. As soon as I got to the park. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to bring him out. But I have my sticks. I have my drum pad. And I can do some sticking today. And I can play by myself. And not worry about the rain if it comes, because it can't ruin my sticks. And I'm not going to melt, even though I'm like sugar, baby. Let's see. I see some. Hopefully the video comes out. What is it talking about? The trees are talking. The pond is rippling. You can't see it. The pond, I should show you because it's not clear. You want to see where I'm at? Let me show you. I had it all bundled up here so that nothing would fall over. And I can put it back after. Okay, let me show you where I am. Not that anybody's paying attention to me, but whatever. Let me show you. So here I am. Let's see, I'm out here in Cambridge Greens, and here's the pond right down here. See? Now, just because I'm showing it to you, Mother Nature's not talking. I don't know if you could see it good, but yeah, there's a little pond down here. The trees are here. Not the trees like where I was earlier. They was like ripping. And everybody's out here. The animals are out here. And I'm just sitting right here. See, this is where I'm at. Yeah, now she's talking. See how little leaves are falling down? So I know I can't stay out here forever because I'm watching the clouds up there and they're like riling up. But, alright, let me put you back over here where it's safe. Yeah. So I wish somebody would come on so I could talk to you all, but it's okay. I know how to talk to myself. It's okay if nobody wants to talk to me. It's all good. It's all good. Because I have to document things in life. How's that? Jimmy, Marie, thank you. Is it Jimmy or John? Yeah, Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. It's hard to see from way over here. Greetings and welcome on board. Talking about Mother Nature. Talking about the storm that might be coming and how it started out my day. Me kind of knowing it's coming without even knowing it was coming. And I'm trying to just take in as much of nature as I can before it does. And also to do some music, because I have my sticks today. Without a fail, every time I want to do a live feed, there's always a fire truck or something. I don't know what be going on sometimes. I have my drum pad because I couldn't bring out my drum. But yeah, I'm talking about Mother Nature and how I think that the porthole that just opened might be causing a disturbance in a good way, because it has to open in order for us to cross through, the ones that can. And because I know how much it affected my body yesterday, I could say it could affect Mother Nature too. It's like growing pains, you know? It's growing pains. So anyway, I don't know what you all did for today. I don't know what you've been doing for the week. I've been very busy. I've been playing my djembe. I've been out in nature as much as I can, even when it's raining. Like yesterday, it was raining on me. It downpoured on me, actually. My drum got a little bit wet, so he's home drying out. And I've been working on some future plans, which I'm not going to talk about right now because I want to kind of keep it on the down low. I'm just telling you that there's things coming that will excite you. I think it will excite you. Yeah. But I can't tell you about it right now. I want to big up some friends in case they tune in later. Christopher Mitchell, saxophonist. Also, the violinist. Man, I can never pronounce his name properly. Let's see if I can look him up so I can say it right, because I always screw it up. And I don't want to screw up nobody's name. I'll come back to his name in a minute. But they're performing somewhere in Houston together. And Jarif McKenzie, he's going to be performing on the 22nd of August at on the 22nd of August at La Fabrica in Central Square. Yep. With Richie Spice. So that's going to be a big show. What else? Another big show. Oh, Boubacar Diabetes with Sambalolo. They're going to be performing on the 28th out in Montague, Western Mass. Near, past Greenfield. I think it's a little bit past Greenfield. And I'll be playing my drum with them at that time. They're also performing on the 29th in Northampton, but I don't have all the details of that yet. And I'm not sure if I'm playing. And I'm still learning. So when I say I'm playing, I'm just sort of a guest drummer, because I want to say I'm part of them, but at the same time, I'm still learning the music. And I don't want to take up space when there's other important musicians that are there. But I am there to learn. Definitely learning. Oh man, what's his name? He's a violinist. Oh, he's really good. And they both perform together. Just because I'm looking for it, right? Begins with a D. I know that. But it'll come to me in a minute. Look, speaking of Chris McDread, he's on there now talking about give yourself your flowers. Whatever that means. Yes, he's a fabulous lock technician. Definitely. He's going to be coming to different states in the United States, and he's looking for models. So for people who want their locks done, or different types of things, and I would recommend that you go look him up online on Facebook or Instagram and see what he's saying. And if you're one of those people who think that you can fit in with what he's talking about, then you can sign up and get your locks done for free. Yeah, I think that's fabulous thing, because in order for him to teach locticians to do the job that needs to be done, you gotta work on people. My locks are too long, and I like the way my locks just go. I take care of it myself, so much as I'd like to have somebody maintain it, I'm just gonna stay like it is. Last time I let somebody touch my locks, it messed up. Messed up big time. Not gonna happen again. Chris McDread could work on my hair anytime, but I just can't let anybody work on it. Yeah, I can't do that. But yeah, lots of things happening. Last night was Thursday, and that was Jimmy Trees and Kabir's son. They performed at the tavern at the end of the world. I know you're probably saying, well, what does that have to do with Mother Nature? It doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm just ranting to myself. You know? Just talking. You all ain't talking back to me, so I talked about Mother Nature. I talked about why she's talking. She's still talking. The trees are still talking. They're waving. So, yeah, she's still here. So I don't have to talk about her anymore unless somebody asks me like like, what are you talking about? If I'm here by myself talking to myself, I can talk about anything I want. I do like to promote music. I do like to promote bands and tell you where they're going to be performing. Somebody else is performing too. Josh Spirit. I think he's performing somewhere up in New Hampshire. And I put that on my page. So you can check my page down below. And you can find out exactly where he's going to be performing if you're up in New Hampshire. Josh Spirit's been around a long time. He's Ross Michael is from Trinidad and Tobago, and he's had Josh Spirit band for a long time, and it's a different kind of band, Caribbean band, but you'll enjoy them. And they've been performing like probably maybe in the early 80s. Yeah, that's long ago. So Michael's been around a long time. And I told you where Jarif will be performing. The Reggae Takeover, if you want to know who's going to be coming, go to their site, Reggae Takeover, OVA, right? Also, you'll find the link on my page. Yeah. And Mighty Mystic is performing. They are on tour right now, so you can check out Mighty Mystic, Kevin Holiness, and you'll find out where they're performing up and down different places. Those artists that are Christopher Mitchell Jazz, you can find him on Facebook and Instagram. He plays saxophone. He does his solos. He's performed with many bands, not with bands, but recording artists, where he will put the sax in right where he needs it. And I'm telling you, he just has a feel for putting the sax in the right place. You know, it's just perfecto when he does it. Then there's the violinist. So I'm looking for it, right? Just because I'm Yes, okay. Demo la violinist. Demo la violinist. I don't know how he pronounces it. Demola violinist. So him and Chris are going to be performing together in Houston, and they're telling us about the tickets now. If you're in Houston and you want to go to the show, you gotta get your tickets. So I think I will be posting something from their promo on my page at some point, as soon as they put something up that I can do that. Because I gotta support people, you know what I'm saying? I gotta support people. I can't just support me. Because I ain't really doing nothing except playing with people and doing my own thing, entertaining you in nature. And that's how they started. They started just performing individually. They didn't know each other. And they would perform in their towns. And they have long stories to tell you about how they began. And a good musician starts out very rough in the beginning. No one ever starts out glorious. I can tell you that story for real. I'm not going to tell you about it anyways. But I have told the story, but nobody listens, so it's like, whatever. I've had bands. I've been in bands. I stopped doing bands, and I met Glenn Grant, and I ran with him for almost 27 years, and we were up and down the coast, the New England coastline, because he was a drummer, and we went to, I just, gave up playing music and just went with him, and now he's gone, he's in heaven, so, or wherever he is, and I keep getting this message for me to return to playing music. I just don't want to do it the way I was doing it. But also sit in with different types of styles of music just to learn the grooves, not to be in anybody's band, but just learn the groove of their music, yeah. And that's what I'm doing with the West African band. I'm playing with them because I'm learning the West African music because it draws me in. There's something in my ancestry or in another lifetime or whatever you want to call it that draws me in. And it's not because I'm a fan. It's just there. It stirs my spirit, my soul. And they told me it's because it is in my bloodline, because I'm naturally drawn to it. I'm not just doing it because I want to know. No. I've been playing drums for years, different types of drums. Now I just want to do hand drumming. It totally stirs me. So that's what I'm doing. Stirs my soul, baby. I mean, I was more of a funk, rock and roll, not jazz so much, but I do like jazz, but it's too busy for me. As a drummer, I just didn't get into it. I didn't know about reggae back then, although it was probably all around me. I never encountered it. So funk, R&B, soul, blues, little jazz, all of that music is already in me. You know what I mean? I've been involved in it, whether it's dancing or whether it was playing in a band and playing drums when I was younger. I'm still young. I'm still young. My kids will say I'm not, but they said I'm over the hill, and that's because they're getting over the hill. My grandkids know, some of my grandkids, the ones that are getting old are not thinking that way, but the little ones, they know I can keep up with them. It's hard, but I can keep up with them. So yeah, I did a lot of music. It was a natural thing for me. It was either that or be a gymnast or play basketball. And those other two things, I did them, but they didn't work out like to be a profession or anything like that. Music has always been in my soul, and since I was small. So I don't have to be in a band. I'm gonna play. I know how to entertain myself. I know how to do what I gotta do to entertain you, and that's it. Let's see who just jumped on here. Maureen Swindle. Hi, what's up? Thank you for joining. I just been talking and rambling. You didn't miss anything. I was talking about Mother Nature earlier, but because I'm talking about Mother Nature, she kind of calmed down. But I was saying there's a storm coming, and that was before I actually checked the weather. I don't know what's coming near us, but I know for sure the trees have been talking very loudly, birds. And then I decided, since nobody was paying attention to me and nobody's listening, I started talking about music and different bands that are going to be performing, bands that I will be performing with. So you could check the beginning of the feed if you want to know more. Yeah. So, yeah, that's life. I'm just going to sit here after I'm done talking to you all. Sit here with my drum pad and my music. My drum pad's right here. I hate this drum pad. This is for kids. But I'm too lazy to go buy a bigger one. But it works, you know. I just deal with the rocks and things, or trees, or whatever's around. Whatever's around, I'm probably gonna play on it. Been doing it for years, and that just hasn't gone away. It's still around me. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna leave you all because I don't want this video to be too long, and I want to get back to doing what I came out here to do before it gets too dark, or if it starts to rain. I can't see in the nighttime, so I don't want to be out here too late. So I want to thank you all for whoever joined now and whoever will join later, meaning if you tune in and just watch the video and there's something in there you want to know about, if there's any questions you have for me, put them in the comments section and then I can address them in another video. If you're a band or an artist and you've got some upcoming performances, it doesn't cost you a thing to let me know about it and say, hey Angel, can you share this information? And guess what? No problemo. No problemo. I don't care where you're from. There's lots of artists that contact me. So if you're one of them, make sure you let me know. Send me a flyer or the music, however way you want me to post it, and I will give you the credit that you deserve, because enough people don't do that, and I get really upset about that. You know, artists, singers, players of instruments need to get the respect and the love and rewards from entertaining us. They do. You don't have to do it for me, but even though I'm entertaining you. But other people, I want you to always remember, if you go to a show, you to buy the tickets. Don't try to get in for free. Don't try to get on the guest list unless they say, oh, come to the show and I put you on the guest list. Don't try to do that. Support the artists. Buy the tickets. Go to the show. If you go to a show that doesn't sell tickets but it's free, go and make sure you leave money in the tip jar, or however way they've got it set up for you to leave a tip. Now, you know, we're in modern technology times, so they usually have the little barcode thing. Ghetto People Band, Toussaint, the Liberator, who is in the Ghetto People Band with Jonathan Gramlin. He's doing something big. Some big thing just happened for him. And I think I just posted it on my page. Support him. He's been working very, very hard on his music for years. And finally something is happening. And I would recommend that you support my other son, because I call him my other son. He's my big Tigger the Tiger son. He's all over the place, does so many things, and he's my teacher, my drum teacher, my djembe teacher, amongst many others. He was the first one that was teaching me how to actually play it, which I'll always love him for, having the patience and calling me Mama Angel. I love you, Toussaint. I love you, Jonathan. And Jonathan Gramlin is the other singer in the band. And Glenn left them in charge of keeping the band alive, along with Zach and AngelNaphtalie. Although I think Tally's been kind of busy lately, and he's been going back and forth to Antigua or playing with this brass band. Can't remember the name of it right this second. He's been playing with them, and so he's probably been out on tour because this is the season for that. And he's in high demand anyway. He's a bass player, so he's in big demand. So he's been out playing, and so they've had a couple other bass players in and drummers. They got a drummer who's been pretty steady lately. I think his name is, what was his name? Jason. The last drummer I saw, because the other two drummers, who I totally love, and they're all playing in other bands now and touring, which is what Glenn wanted them to do. They're busy, you know. They're out on tour. They're doing what a drummer needs to be doing. They need to be out doing what they're doing. So I'm so proud of them. So this new person that I met recently, his name is Jason, I believe, and he was an excellent drummer. Excellent. So Jason, Glenn would accept it. And then they're keeping the band alive, you know. They're doing their thing, and they're so you can go to their page, Ghetto People Band. That's the name of the page on Facebook. And I try to encourage them to post whenever they're going to be doing something, not just to their personal pages, but also to Ghetto People Band page, because people go there looking for information. Someone called me up the other day and said, "Is the Ghetto People Band playing on Tuesday?" Because now they have a new spot. The new spot is over in Jamaica Plain on Tuesday nights at 8 to 11, I think. I should say 8 to 10 because I'm not sure. And I went there, and they made me play drums, hand drum. I was so excited about it. I wasn't expecting it, but I enjoyed the night. And I told them anytime, they just got to come get me, you know what I mean? But if they don't need me, they don't need me, because Toussaint's there, so he can play the drum too and sing, do whatever Toussaint does. Oh yeah, so in the musician world, it's just like nature. It's always busy. It's always talking. It's always doing something. Because music and trees and water and even the grass, they have a language, and it's universal. So I'm just trying to sew it all back into the theme of what I'm trying to talk about, because they all go together, and I'm always going to talk about music in connection to it. And just because I said that, now she's talking. I don't know if you can hear her. You see the trees behind me? So that's a confirmation to me that it all works hand in hand. So that's it. That's all she wrote. You guys can watch the video later. I've been posting a lot of videos up on YouTube. AngelNaphtalie's blog. And you can find that link on the videos that I post, either in the reels or on my page, you know, as a post. So I appreciate it if you can go to YouTube and subscribe and like, so that eventually I could just do live feeds there. That's my ultimate goal, is to do live feeds there and then cross them over to Facebook and Instagram. But I don't have enough subscribers, so I need you all to go there and subscribe, like. You don't care if you don't share it, unless you're sharing with somebody who should also subscribe. So make sure you do that. AngelNaphtalie's blog on YouTube. maybe I'll remember to post that link below later at some point in the comments. So I guess I should stop because I love running my mouth, as you all know. And if you don't know, you know now. Watch my video later and make sure you leave comments and ask questions. Ask me things you'd like me to talk about, so I don't just be running my mouth about 50,000 million trillion things. But I'm going to get to my music right now. And, yeah, trees are asking for it. Alright, so peace and love from the bottom of my heart to the top of my head. And enjoy your life. Stay positive. Keep loving your heart always. Be nice to people. Don't hurt nobody. Peace and love. Peace out.